Welcome to Country Kickback, where you'll hear the latest music from performers you already know and discover new music and artists from around the world. If you have an artist you'd like us to chat with, reach out to the team at countrykickback.com, or you can watch our live videos and more by following us on social media and YouTube. Here is your host, Danny Shaw, with the latest from Country Kickback.
Hello, Kaz, first into the room, welcome. I love who's seeing who's going to be first in each time, because you beat me every time when I'm trying to log in on my phone, and it's excellent. Thank you guys again for joining me for the third time this week. It has just been a flat out couple of weeks for Country Kickback, and I know that it's, a lot for you guys to listen to, but it is really exciting because there's so much amazing music being released, and the artists that we've had on have all been incredible. So I hope you've all either learnt something that you haven't heard before, or if you'd already heard it, I hope you enjoyed learning about the songs and what they were doing when they're writing them and where the ideas come from. Before we've got Jade Holland joining us tonight, but before we bring her into the room, there's a couple of things. We have got a competition running, and I know that it is a Tasmanian competition, but if you guys are in Tasmania or can get to Tasmania for the 5th of March, Troy Casadale and Ian Moss are playing in Hobart, and we have 2 tickets to give away, and it will be drawn on Monday. So all you've got to do is, there's some instructions on the competition, but if you tag people that you want to take, or if there's somebody that you think would like to enter the competition, tag them in there, because it's going to be a great show, but there will still be time to get tickets if you don't win. So if you can get down here, it is going to be on the 4th of March, it's going to be a great show. We also have in the top of the comments, we've got the Country Kickback YouTube page, which we are trying to get people to subscribe, because we don't really know where Facebook or Instagram are going. And if people join on YouTube and watch us on there, then we know that will always be there. So there's always different ways around, and we'll also have our website. So join us on there. But also I have popped Jade's music page with YouTube on there, so make sure you subscribe to hers, because if she releases music or video clips, you'll get a notification when she does, so you'll get to see them as soon as she's popped them on there. So having said that, we might welcome Jade into the room. Hello.
Hey.
Housekeeping stuff, sorry.
That's all right.
I love your hair.
Thank you. I do try to keep it up by myself, and I walk around looking like a blue Smurf for about an hour or so. My partner thinks that I look like, it sounds really bad, but in the shower it looks like a Smurf died. So it's terrible. Oh, I think I've frozen. Oh, hello. We froze for a second.
I think we both did. That was really random. There's a gremlin in the internet. So we're back. If you're having trouble hearing it or anything, just let us know in the comments so that I can try and fix it, because I'm really good at IT, not. I haven't had you on the show for a while. What have you been doing?
I know. A few things. Put out some more music, which is very, very exciting. We put out a single last year called Fight For It, in support of mental health. And we did a couple of shows, not a lot. Obviously I think everyone's in the same boat. We all did a couple. I got engaged.
I did see that. How exciting.
Something I never thought would happen to me. I never thought I'd be able to walk around with this big blinger on my finger and just go, oh my God, somebody owns me now. I have a home.
I remember you were so long, you took you a long time to find the right person, but now you're just so happy. And have you noticed life to have really changed since getting engaged?
Yes and no. It's funny. I still feel so weird calling myself a bride-to-be. I went and made an inquiry a couple of weeks ago with a caterer, and I said, I just want to, find out how much for this, because we love Italian food, like live for Italian food. So I was like, let's get Italian. I don't care that it doesn't match the wedding. I'm not a matchy person. And she said, oh, okay. So, as the bride-to-be, and I was like, looking around, I was like, where? Oh, that's me. I literally didn't realize she was talking to me. And I was like, oh, okay. And then, someone made a joke about a bridezilla. And again, I was like,
Not
who,
me.
me? I was like, I don't think so. I'm telling everyone to bring a camp chair to their wedding, to the wedding.
Oh, if someone's ever silly enough to marry me, it'll be like, it's just going to be a concert. And you can come if you want, but if you don't, I'm still having it. It's your problem.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, we're having a very crazy concept. We're having a 3-day camping wedding.
Oh, gosh, I'm coming. I don't know when it is, but I'm coming.
Yeah, absolutely. All welcome. And bring your own camp chair.
Yes.
And I just thought exactly that, I guess I haven't been a wedding singer my whole life, but I've sung at many weddings. And I've just realized, that it's just so much stress. Why do we need to stress so much about this? Why can't we just relax a little bit, enjoy the day, know?
Oh, look, I did it once. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. But I did. And it was not about us. It was about pleasing everybody and trying to, make everybody happy. And why? Why does it have to be so hard? If your life isn't that hard every day, why is it hard for one day? It's silly.
Well, that's right. Yeah, and I just want us to, I guess, everyone to have fun. I will admit, though, initially when we started the whole idea of planning a wedding, I did think about I want everyone to be able to sit here and do this. And I was like, hang on, what do I want to do? Yeah. And so now I'm running it based on what Chad and I want to do. And although Chad, loves his fishing a little too much. So
to out fishing and it looks amazing. So
we do attempt it. He's not watching right now. He's at soccer training, so it's okay. I can say this, but I'm normally the one that catches the fish, and he's the one that throws out the live bait, and then all of his lines get tangled. And that's why I catch fish, is because I fish with bait, not with 25 fishing rods and live bait.
Do you want to know a really crazy and was at the time not a funny story, but now I'm kind of proud of it and I think it's hilarious. I went to Hawaii once and I got food poisoning. And I was really, really sick. Do you know, I was so excited to land in Hawaii, and there's this bar that I wanted to go to so bad that I didn't even go to the hotel. And I ordered food. I was starving. I just spent 9 hours on a plane where I didn't eat anything, and I ate it all. And I don't normally eat that much. So I downed it. I was so hungry. Got food poisoning because the chicken wasn't cooked. Spent the night growing up, and I gave my ex a little tiny bit to taste because I was like, this is amazing. And then we realized it wasn't cooked. It was too late. It was in. And then I then brushed my teeth in the water at the hotel and got a parasite from the water. I ended up very ill. But before I did, we went out on this massive tuna fishing boat, and it cost me $400 each for us to go. It was a working one. And he was such a serious fisher, so serious. And I like it, but I don't care if I don't catch anything. I just go because it's relaxing, and I sit still when I never do. So we've been out 14 hours the entire time. I don't get seasick, and I was vomiting, and so was he the whole time. We shared a bucket. It was romantic, isn't it? And then the guy goes, is this your rod? And I'm like, yep. And he strapped me to this chair, and I reeled in this massive fish. And he's like, it's not a tuna. It's better than a tuna. I don't know what it was. I was too sick. And
like a mahi-mahi or something?
Yes, I think it was. I've got a photo. I think it was. And he said, this is worth a fortune. He said, it's better than tuna. And I was vomiting, and he held my bucket while I threw up on him, the guy, the working guy. And I'm wheeling it in, and he was so happy. But my ex, he was so angry, he left me in Hawaii.
Oh my gosh.
I know. But
that's why he's the ex.
That's right. And I do take quite pride in that photo of me catching the fish because,
I think we're going to need to see this photo. Thanks, Danny.
I will definitely put it up. I will. It was the best fish I've ever caught, and I was pretty happy. I didn't care. That was the worst thing, is if I didn't catch one, I didn't care. Then I ended up having to be emergency evacuated back to Australia because I got really sick. But it didn't matter. I caught the fish.
At least you have a story to tell. Yeah. That's amazing. My big claim to fame in fishing fish story is, so only a couple of months ago, the boat trip where Chad actually proposed to me, we were out off Airlie Beach, and we're there with some of his family and some of my family and some friends. And Chad's brother Jake was, standing there just kind of drinking a beer, chilling, holding his fishing rod, and we'd all caught heaps of fish all day, but nothing was like the catch of the day. And so he's just standing there and he goes, I'm just going to make a phone call. So he picks up his phone and he's talking away, and then his rod starts going zzz, zzz, and he was like, oh, he thought he was onto like a guppy, I guess. And he just goes, Jade, can you reel this in? Well, I reeled in the catch of the trip, which was a 54 centimeter coral trout. You can't even see in the video right now how big it was. This thing was a whopper, and good eating, like really good eating. And Jake's standing at the end of the boat, and he's just furious. He's so mad, like his eyes are raging. And I'm like just walking around with my victory fish.
It's so satisfying, isn't it?
Oh, 100%.
Kaz has just said I should write that down. I agree, Kaz. I have actually written that down, and there's probably a country song in it that I got the fish and ditched the guy or something. But it's the best. It's you know what? It was the best fishing trip I've ever had, and I was
absolutely. Oh my goodness, you have to do that again, just not so sick.
Oh my God! I've always been so lucky, and I've never got seasick. I've never got motion sick. If that is even a tiny bit of what seasick is like, I just feel so sorry for anyone that knows that it is horrible.
Yeah, absolutely. Goodness. Touch wood, I've never been seasick before.
You've never had it?
No, but I couldn't imagine it.
No,
it would be horrible. Are you trying to enjoy your time, and relax with people, and then here you are hurling over the side of a boat?
Someone's over there with the cheese and biscuits and the wine, and you're, trying not to fall over as you.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh wow. She said, so there's so many comments coming in, so many people. Hi, Karen. Hi, Kaz. Scott's in the room. And he said, Kaz just feed him. And she did, only just. Karen said on the 4th of March, she's at the Bloom Show in Nunda. Oh, so you can't come to Tassie. I won't be here either. So I'm really jealous of whoever gets to go. And I hope that the one thing they do is send me either some video or some messages. Is Troy Casadale doing his tour with Ian Moss up near you?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet, but I would love if they were.
I know.
Because I'd be on that in a second. I'd be like, tickets, please.
Exactly. Well, if you can come to Tassie, we've got a couple, but I can't be here. So now you've been busy getting engaged, but you've also been busy releasing music. Summertime Sunshine and You. Did you write this before COVID, or is this like during COVID, right?
This is crazy. So I always openly talk about my dating life, or lack thereof now, which is awesome. But we all know I was single for a long period of time, right? And leading into COVID, we got February, March, April. I started writing this song, but at the end of March, I actually met Chad. So So we met, and we're Tinder lovers, and I'm not ashamed to say it because I never believed in Tinder, and now I do. Thank you. And so we kind of were talking at the end of March, and we're all in this crazy lockdown. So I was not able to actually go and meet Chad, see if he was catfishing me or anything. I just had to be his pen pal for 2 months.
You be so careful, don't you? Like it's so common, and
absolutely.
I was only having that conversation tonight with my friends that are here. It is more common than not. So
it is. Yeah. It's scary. That's why, I'm glad we were pen pals for 2 months because we did FaceTime and we did get to meet. But during that time, I started writing this song, and I think what I was writing was me manifesting what I wanted. All I wanted to be was, outside for one, out of my house, out of my backyard, like go to the beach or something. So I wanted to be, on a beach with like a beer in my hand, with the love of my life holding my other hand, and, like the sun kissing my skin. And I was just manifesting this thing and dreaming out loud. And I sat down with a beer. I definitely had a lot of beer during COVID. And I sat down with some friends of mine from Nashville, and we just did a Zoom write. With Bruce and Messi, and we just came up with this. And I had the line, I just want the summertime sunshine and you. And they were like, oh, right. Oh,
You've
we
got
need to write
right
this.
That you don't need any more lyrics. That's there.
That's it. And I'm glad because it was one of those experiences, you know, like we write about summer songs here in Australia, and if we're writing them with friends in Nashville, it's their winter. So, you know, you kind of can't vibe it properly. But COVID, we were all vibing it. We were all in lockdown pretty much, and we were all experiencing it, and we're all sitting there dreaming of what we wanted.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? There's even a magic in that, because how often do we get to share the same feelings with everybody worldwide? It doesn't happen because we're always in different seasons. We're always at different days or nights or different time zones. When you think about it, it's probably the first time ever that's really been a thing.
That's exactly right. You know, it was crazy when I loved when everyone said, and you could see it, that we were all experiencing the same thing at the same time, no matter where you were in the world. And I was like, it's a horrible thing, but such a beautiful thing too.
Yeah, there's magic in that. I agree. There's lots of people popping in, and Karen said, how about a Tassie road trip? And she said, I'll drive and do the match. I reckon that's a good idea. We have so many places down here, but it's about to get cold down here, so we need to do it when it gets warm again.
Yep, 100%. I'll be in a road trip.
Oh, definitely. I'm very keen for a road trip. It seems like forever since I got to do that. So let's do it. Actually, it's
absolutely.
Since I did that, I reckon, since we've been doing that sort of thing. So it's definitely time. And Troy has, Scott has popped in. He said Troy and Ian are, is that Brolga?
Oh, the Brolga? Yeah.
Brolga in Maryborough. I think he said it's a must see. So there we go.
That's awesome.
We need to get on that. There's lots of comments coming in. I can't see the comments. Someone as famous Jade should never have to go on Tinder, but she's happy for you. That's
Thank you.
Who's this one? Shane has said, looking forward to the show at the Dag Pub. You're playing? Yeah. So that was my next question. So thank you, Shane. Where are you playing? Have you got many gigs coming up? Has COVID started to lift in your world?
It has. It's still very slow. And unfortunately, the minute there's, you know, like a bit of a COVID outbreak, a show will get cancelled in a heartbreak. But I think people are trying to become a little more, the word is not resilient, but we're adapting. We're adapting with, you know, going with it, because I don't know how long until we get rid of it, if that's even a thing, you know. So we are on tour starting tomorrow. It's called the Pink Vines Tour with my friends Laura Frank and Tyler Rodriguez. We're at the Dag Pub tomorrow night from 7 p.m. I am so excited because it's been so long since I've done shows with other people. It's been so long since we've done, you know, proper shows on stages, for lack of better words, you know. We all lived through this live thing, didn't we? And, you know, like, it's just been so long. We even got merchandise. Hang on, I brought some with me.
Oh,
we even got new stubby coolers for the Pink Vines tour.
Yes.
So
I think I need one. I definitely need
I'll send you one.
Now, how exciting. I mean, do you know that you have to put pants on? Right. Because we're so used to
I've got gym pants on at the moment. I am practicing. I was like comfort zone, and Chad always reminds me, because we've all seen the funny videos and memes when people do live or Zoom and then they stand up and they're in their jocks. I was like, I don't want to be caught out doing that. So definitely have to put pants on. The gym pants will come off and real pants will go on. And I'm just really excited. I actually bought a brand new guitar in the middle of COVID, and I've only been able to play it at maybe a dozen places in 2 years.
Oh my God. Isn't that crazy? Just a dozen shows. You know, you just never thought that would happen. We used to take, you know, I think it's been good for us in that way, because we used to take gigs for granted. We would always be at them. And sometimes you'd be like, I'd like a weekend without a show. And that I don't think we'll ever say again. I don't think those words will ever come out. So
that's right. Yeah, I know. I'm just excited to get out, you know, and just to finally be doing what we did do normally, you know, 2 years ago.
Exactly. And Sam has popped in. Hi, Sam. And he said, how are you going? And I think, given that you're going back on the road and engaged, things are probably going pretty well by the sounds of things.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's all we can do is play it by ear. We did have a show booked for Saturday night. So obviously we've got Friday. We did have a show booked for Saturday, but COVID. So we received word that that's cancelled. Am I going to Tamworth?
Yeah.
I was going to the original Tamworth in January, but the new one in April is unfortunately over the top of tour dates for me.
That's
very sad.
Yeah, it's so sad. But the really, really cool thing about Tamworth being in April this year is that it is not even a 12-month wait to the next Tamworth.
Yes.
So, you know,
I hadn't thought of that.
There's a good thing to everything. You just got to
That's fantastic.
Yes. So how cool.
But then again, I'm going to miss out on Tamworth in the cooler months.
Me too. Me too. I was really looking forward to wearing a jacket to the Golden Guitars.
Yeah.
That I was really excited about, and I can't.
And not taking a towel with you because you're sweating.
I know, no sweats. You know when you're trying to do a show or you're trying to go live and you've got makeup on and you can feel it running down your face. That will be nice not to have happen.
Actually, do you know what? Amber Lawrence did a hilarious TikTok of Tamworth a couple of weeks ago. And, you know, the average conversation is, hey, how you going? Oh, gee, it's hot, isn't it? Yeah, gosh, I can't believe how hot it is this year. Do you think it's hotter than last year?
That is every Tamworth. I have never been to Tamworth and not had that conversation with everybody I've run into. And if you haven't been to Tamworth, you run into a lot of people. It's crazy. It's the best. You have to go because there's no other festival, I don't think, in the world like Tamworth.
Yeah. It's like the start of your year. You know, I've always found as an artist, you go there and that's the beginning of your year and what's to come for you, you know. And when you don't have that, I've felt so lost for 2 whole years.
I'm the same. And I got back into going again and back into music. And then all of a sudden someone said, no, you can't do that. What? Why?
What do you mean?
Yeah, Karen said she's never been to Tamworth. It's about time you went. I know she was going to go in January this year, so it really did knock a lot of people around. And Kaz said that she was raised in Tamworth and she didn't notice the heat or the cold. I'm actually really jealous of you right now.
Wow.
I'm from Tassie, and in Tamworth it gets colder than down here some days. It's really cold, and I get messages from people going it's -3 or it's -4, and I'm like, oh, it's 10 degrees here. But,
oh my goodness. And I'm in Queensland and I can just say it's average of 30 degrees all year round.
Exactly.
Actually, I lie. We live a little bit further south now than Townsville, and it gets cold, and I don't do the cold. This body was built for summer, not layers.
Summer and fishing.
Yeah.
Summer and fishing, especially when you can catch the good fish of the day.
That's right. My partner's going to watch this later on tonight, and he's just going to be like, what did you see?
Yeah, but, you know, girls are better at fishing than guys. What can we say?
It is what it is.
I mean, and you know what? It's because we don't care if we catch the fish. We catch the fish.
That's
we catch
exactly
it.
it. As long as I have a beer in one hand and a fishing rod in the other, I am set.
Or gin. This is gin, Tasmanian gin.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I've been holding out till tomorrow night, so I will have a drink with you tomorrow night.
Done. Are you going to do some lives from your show?
We might. The only thing is I have to basically give the phone to my mum. So just hold on to the phone for a second. But this is what it looks like when you're watching a show when my mum's holding it. And you just go, Carrie, put the phone down.
I have got quite a few people that help me, and all of the people that are regulars on Country Kickback are amazing. There's a couple of people that have, gone to a gig and they're like, would you like me to film that for you? And I think, yes, because my arms hurt. And then I look at the video later, I'm like, did they not know where the stage was?
Actually, okay. So when I was a kid, my brother and I used to do Stedfords and, like the dancing and all that. I haven't been to one in years. And my mum went to one show and she's borrowed a big video, the old school video camera from a friend of ours.
I have one in the cupboard.
Yes. This thing weighs like 50 kilos. Yeah, that's it. Just sit it there. So what she did, she got a tripod for it. She set it all up in front of the stage. She did the stage mum thing and she did it well, mind you. So she's sitting there and she's got a glass of wine and she's sitting behind the camera and everything and she's watching And we get home and we go, oh,
No,
what, babe, where's the footage? No, she didn't hit record. It was on. She just didn't hit record. And she's furious. Like, she is like almost in tears because she has missed the button, the big red button that says record. She couldn't believe it.
Oh, my dad, and it's been a long time, so I'm talking about probably 28 years ago. My dad, I remember one day he set my nana up because he had to work and the Golden Guitars were on. So he wanted, I'm sure it was the Golden Guitars. It was a Country Music Awards. So it was either the Golden Guitars or the American one, but I think it was the Golden Guitars. And he set Nana up, with the old video players, how we used to record the TV shows, because you couldn't watch it. If you missed an episode, you were done for. You couldn't ever rewatch it. So he had Nana set up to press record and then to stop record when the ads came on. Well, Nana recorded all the ads.
Oh, that's incredible.
So we had this video of just ads. It was, She never forgot it. We remind it all the time.
Oh, wow.
The ads.
That's phenomenal. Actually, so where we live now, we've got a huge two-story house, and we managed to, I say con my nan into moving up here, but I think she came very willingly. Just at the beginning of last year, when we were allowed to move out and around our house and things like that, because she had been, I didn't want her living in COVID, down in Sydney where she caught public transport to the doctors and things like that. I was like, not having it. And she lived away from family for so long, like 40 something years. I said, that's it. I think we're done with you living all the way away from everyone else. Let's move you here. So now Nan lives in her own little apartment below us, basically. And she's got a big iPad. And when she takes a photo, instead of waiting for the click and the flash, she just presses the button and then moves the she's like, yeah, I've done it. And then it goes click at the ground.
So you got a lovely photo of everybody's feet.
Everybody's feet, yeah.
Scott said that your nan is lovely, and Rebecca said that she's got to take her daughter to work. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope it's a lovely tip. I know we've gone 30 minutes and we always say 20 minutes, and I'm a really good talker. So, I wish there was a job where I just could talk, because I'd be great at it.
Me too.
Hit me up if anyone's got one, because I'm ready. I don't even have to practice. Yes. So tell me, where is the best place to find you and your music and your gigs? Facebook?
So right now, all of the socials, I have been working on my TikTok skills. They're okay. I'm not the world's biggest fan of TikTok, but when I see the funny stuff come up, I go, I want to do that. So I'm working on it. But Facebook, Instagram, right now you can check out my brand new single on Spotify and download it on iTunes, which would be lovely. And just on my website has got all of my touring dates. So jadeholland.com. All the brand new tour for the Pink Vines tour is up there. And we have a summertime 365 tour coming out very soon.
I cannot wait to see. Now, Karen has said we need a Jade Holland group page. So do you have a Jade Holland group?
I don't. I've been thinking about it, but I didn't know how many people would follow it.
Put your hand up in the comments if you will follow that. I think that would be fun. We could maybe, test out those TikToks for her.
We'll give it a shot.
Any suggestions on the name for the group? Now that could be you can put like a competition.
That would be pretty cool. I would like to have some cool names for the group. I can't even think of any right now. Has anyone written any in?
I'm hopeless at that thing. Like
me too.
Well, yes, lots of people. Karen's hands up. Kaz's hands up. There's lots of people. I think you're onto something. You need to do a group. Do a little fan group page. So everybody, when you're finished here, now I know that there's a film clip up for this song. So
there is. I check it out on YouTube. It's the first time I've ever done a green screen video.
Really?
And it was an accident. Yeah. So we were in Townsville.
You accidentally found a green wall.
I know. Yeah. Da-da-da. We were in Townsville ready to go to Maggie Island, and for the first time, when it rains in Townsville, it doesn't rain on the magnetic island. It's a weird thing. And then here we were in Townsville, It was flogging down with rain, and I thought, that's fine. It never rains on the island. And I get a call from a friend of mine over there, and she's like, don't come over. It is torrential rain today. And I was like, how do we sing Summertime Sunshine and You in the rain? I mean, it can be done, but because you're manifesting what you want, right? But I was like, this is not going to work. And my film guy's like, I'm not doing that. And I said, okay, well,
green screen
we've got to come up with a different concept. And I'm excited by this one because we worked with an animator named Tara Lee, and she did all the greens and the pastels and the floating clouds and the animation that is in the background. And I love it. I absolutely adore what she did. She listened to the song and she went, what am I going to channel for this? And she just came up with that. I loved it so much.
Jeez, I wish I had that ability because
right?
You listen to something and I picture something and then I'm like, make that happen. It doesn't get from here to where it needs to be. And I'm just, what is wrong with me? Why do these people have this amazing talent? Yeah.
I wouldn't even know where to start. Like here I am flat out making a TikTok, let alone. Yeah. Record.
Oh, wow. I know that we've talked for so long. Thank you so much for your time tonight. I know I always take up everyone's night, but there's so many comments and there's lots of people coming up with a name for the pages. And Karen has said Jade's Gems or Jade's Gems Fruit.
Gems is pretty cool. Jade's Gems.
And Scott has said a Jade and Chad page.
That'll just be.
Has asked, what about your album? She wants to know about your album before we go.
So I am working on a brand new album. I have no other details for you other than we are currently in the process of. I hopefully have just finished writing it. We're just double checking some few tweaks on some songs, and then I'm starting recording very, very soon with a good friend of mine, Sinead Burgess, which I am beyond stoked about. So very soon, I would like to think I might have something out towards later on in the year, like towards the end of the year.
Well, maybe Fingers we should crossed. Get a Tassie tour come summer.
Yes.
And a new album. That's
hey, let's do that.
Before Tamworth will be like a warm-up to Tamworth. People can come down 100%. And they can go straight to Tamworth.
Just cruise on through.
Not far. It's not far. Just catch the boat and
that's it. Absolutely. Let's do that.
Somebody give me a lift.
Jump in with me, babe. I gotcha.
Oh dear, we'll be fine. Thank you so much for joining us again. I know that we haven't had you on for so long, so I hope for the next single that it won't be long and we can have you on very soon.
Absolutely.
Catch up with you to see what you've got coming for the second half of 2022.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Danny.
Thank you. See, guys, I will be back. Oh, no, actually. Oh, I won't be back. So this is my last show for a couple of weeks. I have got some special guests coming next week running the show, and who knows what's going to happen because I'm just going to hand the reins over and let somebody else take over. And can't promise what you're going to get. It could be all sorts of things, but we have got the first show will be on Tuesday that is actually already posted for everyone, and it will be in the morning, and it will be on Wednesday, and it will be an artist from the UK. So pop on there. His name is Tom, and he is amazing. So you can watch that in the morning, or if you're at work, watch it when everyone's finished. And then we've got Boness. We've got a few other people joining us as the week proceeds. So keep your eye out and make sure that you keep in and ask questions and help them out because some of them haven't done a Country Kickback show, let alone interviewed. So let them have fun and ask them plenty of questions and enjoy what they're doing. Thank you so much again, Jade. It's always fun to have you on the show. See you all very soon. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. We hope you've enjoyed today's program. See you next time with the latest with Country Kickback.